Well, not sure if you guys knew this or not, but Portland, Oregon has been in the news lately. Ever since the Bor Tac Federal agents have made their way to Portland, we have seen the protests and riots ramp up. Is what we see on the news actually the same as what we see in real life in downtown Portland? Are all of us just rioters and all of us just polluters, and do all of us just want to destroy the city and wreak havoc? So I went downtown to join the protesters, but first let's go to the intro. Stop! Oh God, okay, a little bit more. Hi, my name is Derek and welcome to my YouTube channel. I call it Stretch Yourself because that's exactly what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to encourage myself and others to stretch themselves just a little bit in all aspects of our lives. Today, it's the city of Portland that's stretching itself through civil unrest. So tonight, as the sun is setting and as I'm making my way downtown, it's strange to be walking west on the Hawthorne Bridge again as I went down and marched the protests on Breonna Taylor's birthday.
No justice!
No peace!
No justice!
No peace! I see people gathering at the Tom McCall waterfront. It's not just protesters wearing black and trying to hide. As you can see, it's a group of people from high school students to veterans to healthcare workers, and then of course, the wall of moms.
We're here to support and protect their constitutionally protected rights as American citizens to peaceably assemble. Okay? We're not the story, they're the story.
So as he's saying here, the plan is to start at the Tom McCall waterfront park that you see right here, and then to march up the street away from the river to the Mark Hatfield Courthouse, give some speeches there at the courthouse, and then make our way to the Marriott Hotel.
Are y'all angry? Yes! Are y'all pissed off? Yes! Whose lives matter? Black lives matter! If you guys are ready to march together, then let's march together. Black lives matter!
As you can see, it is just all walks of life. It is just anybody and everybody in Portland. The one thing we have in common is that we are Portlanders. But events are changing so fast in Portland, like I can't even keep up. By the time I upload this video, I think it might already be outdated. Currently, there's 114 federal agents, specifically border tactical agents in the city of Portland. And just as of yesterday, Governor Brown and Mike Pence worked out a deal where there's going to be a phased withdrawal of these federal agents, or specifically, not a phased withdrawal from the city. They're going to actually stay in the city and stay staged in the city of Portland and watch the Portland Police Bureau and make sure they do their job to keep the peace and to keep the courthouse from being destroyed any further. But the reason us Portlanders are so pissed off about this is because bringing in the military and bringing in someone else to tamp down what we believe in is not the solution. The simple solution is community. And in the word community is unity. It is to unify together. It's a simple solution. The federal agents need to back off and back away, and looks like that's what's happening. Now, the police need to connect with the demonstrators, and the demonstrators need to connect with the police. We need to unify together. We just have different beliefs, and it's okay to agree to disagree and to find a solution through compromise. This divisiveness is not the solution. It's day 58. I have a great simple analogy about this. I have a 14-year-old daughter, Sophia, and if I do anything wrong, she's gonna call me out on it, right? So if she calls me out on it and starts yelling at me, it would be an inappropriate response for me to start yelling at her back. You don't increase tensions in response to having the other party ramped up tension. It just doesn't work. It's the leaders need to get together. So I came down here for the protest about 45 days ago. I did a video on that. I'll leave a link in the description below. But I said it in the previous video, 2 words that come to mind. Again, I still feel it here, peaceful and powerful. But this one's a little different. There's a little layer of anger and hatred, and it's because of the feds. It's because the feds are here. Otherwise, this is completely peaceful and powerful. It feels exactly the same, except now there's a little added layer with those feds here, and now people are pissed. Something wonderful that happened was back in 2011 during the whole Occupy Wall Street protests that happened in several cities in the United States. The deputy chief of Salt Lake City, he purposefully formed a relationship with the leaders of the demonstration. The protesters were staying in a park, right? And there was a coffee shop right next to the park. Almost every morning he would go over, grab a couple of gallons of coffee, take the coffee over to the leaders of the demonstration and talk to them. He would just simply talk to them, and he would just ask them questions like, how's it going? What are we doing wrong? Is there anything we can do for you guys? Is there anything we can do better? That kind of interpersonal dynamic is what stops violence. His city was the only city with the occupiers that stemmed the violence much quicker than the other cities. We need to look at what that deputy chief did in Salt Lake City and prove that history truly can repeat itself. So they're stopping at the Marriott tonight because that's where they think the feds are staying. Crowd psychology even says that as police prepare for riots, that instigates a riot. That's why you've seen these federal agents come in and you've seen these protests and these riots ramp up, is because just their sheer presence is going to instigate and put fuel on the fire. You have to see that both sides are right and both sides are wrong as well. Yes, I do think the policing needs to drastically change. But also at the same time, I see this ACAB and I have to know that all cops aren't bad. I see this saying like defund the police, right? That sounds so absolute, right? But it is just rhetoric. I understand that. But I don't think the police should be completely defunded. I think the budget is way too high for policing right now, and I think it should be reappropriated to other departments and resources and mental health, etc.
Portland, you look good! Now this is what unity looks like. Say it's not! Say it's not! Say it's not! Say it's not! Scream its name!
But I can also understand how frustrating this must be for the Black Lives Matter movement. These riots and the federal agents' presence is diluting their core message. Even that I talk about there's a little bit hint of anger, I still feel completely safe down here. I feel 100% safe down here. This is the that the media doesn't show you. This is 99% of these protests, is the boring, most significant part. But hey, this is just my opinion, okay? Please let me know what you think. Is that the solution? Are we doing things wrong? I hope you enjoyed watching this. I just want to show a different perspective. I feel a more real perspective. If you liked what you saw, please subscribe. Hit the bell notification, please, after you subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it.